last meeting for the year 2020. In particular, I would like to welcome Dr. Johnson Alali Bosikinem, Cross River State, and Umar Mukhtar Gajiram, Taraba State. The two are attending this meeting for the first time, having been sworn in only last month. You will recall that at our last meeting, held 2 months ago, in December 2019, we reviewed a lot. Since then, the Commission has conducted a number of court-ordered rerun elections and by-elections to fill vacancies in some federal and state constituencies. As you are aware, the Commission has released the timetable and schedule of activities for EDO and ONDO governorship elections to be held on the 19th September 2020 and 10th October 2020, respectively. Furthermore, the Commission has released the timetable and schedule of activities for by-elections to fill vacancies in Magama Rijau Federal Constituency of Niger State, Babura Gariki Federal Constituency in Jigawa State, Patigi State Constituency in Kwara State, and Kebe State Constituency in Sokoto State. Going by the timetable, the period for the conduct of party primaries and nomination of candidates for the Magama Rijau Federal Constituency and all the other constituencies has lapsed. 4 political parties have nominated candidates for the Magama Rijau Federal Constituency. 3 parties for Babura Gariki Federal Constituency. 6 parties for Patigi State Constituency, and 7 political parties for the Kebe State Constituency. The elections are scheduled to hold simultaneously in the 4 states on Saturday, 14th March 2020. In compliance with the orders of the Supreme Court, the Commission has presented certificates of return in respect of the governorship elections in Imo and Bayelsa states. In the case of Bayelsa State, both governor and deputy governor were serving senators. Consequently, the Commission yesterday, Thursday, 20th February 2020, received 2 communications from the Senate President declaring the seats of Bayelsa Central and Bayelsa East senatorial districts vacant. The Commission will soon meet to determine the dates for the by-elections in the 2 senatorial districts. As stated earlier, the end of tenure governorship elections in EDO and ONDO are holding next year. Given recent experience with some governorship elections, political parties need to do more to avoid the conduct of acrimonious primaries or failure to observe due diligence in the screening of their candidates, resulting in protracted litigations and eventual determination of the outcome of elections by orders of court. I wish to draw the attention of political parties to 2 critical dates in the timetable released by the Commission a few weeks ago. Party primaries for the democratic election and nomination of candidates for the governorship election in Edo must be held from the 2nd to the 27th of June 2020. The date for ONDO is 2nd to 25th July 2020. The Commission will not extend the dates. We will also vigorously monitor the primaries and, where necessary, apply sanctions as provided by law. At the same time, the personal particulars of all the candidates nominated by political parties for the Edo and Ondo governorship elections, including their academic qualifications, will be displayed in our offices in the 2 states as required by law. This will enable citizens to scrutinize and take legal action against any candidate who provides false information to the Commission. The personal particulars of candidates will be displayed on 6 July 2020 in Edo State and 4th August 2020 in Ondo State. I wish to appeal to citizens to note the dates and to seize the opportunity to scrutinize the information provided on oath by the candidates in the interest of our democracy and good governance. For our part, the Commission has been studying the judgments of courts arising from the conduct of recent elections. We have also been reviewing the reports from accredited observers as well as internal reports from our state offices. We will continue to keep an eye on the conduct of our officials and apply appropriate sanctions on erring staff, both regular and ad hoc. Ahead of the Edo and Ondo governorship elections, critical changes will be introduced to strengthen our processes and procedures. Similarly, the Commission, jointly with the security agencies, is reviewing deployment during elections. Already, the Interagency Consultative Committee on Election Security has set up a committee in this respect. The inaugural meeting of the committee is holding on Wednesday next week. As I welcome the resident electoral commissioners to this meeting, I wish to draw your attention to what you already know. Our major responsibility is the conduct of elections, which must be free, fair, and credible. The reality in Nigeria today is that elections have become an all-year-round activity for the Commission. This year alone, the Commission has conducted elections into 28 constituencies by court order. 4 by-elections will be held in the next 3 weeks. And as I said earlier, vacancies were declared in 2 senatorial districts yesterday. We are also awaiting declarations of vacancies for 2 more senatorial districts. While we are conducting these elections, we must continue to proactively and progressively work for the improvement of the electoral process. Once again, I want to welcome all the resident electoral commissioners.